Welcome back, Dawson's Automotive. You guessed it, another project. Let's get into it. All right, driving the wife nuts with this one. We got the Falcon, should be working on it, should be working on the other hot rod, but stumbled across this chassis on Marketplace the other day, $200. 56 Chevy truck, been bobbed front and rear, and it was a roller. Didn't have these good tires on it, but I thought 200 bucks, that's a deal. I gotta have that. So I picked her up, and I had these cab and box left over from the last hot rod, rat rod, whatever that we're doing. This was the original cab that I started with because I like the patina a little bit better than the one that we are doing. But this paint kind of matches this box. The greens are just a hair different on both cabs. So this box goes with this truck, blah, blah, blah. This box is a little rougher than the other box. I wanted to use the other box. I don't know, whatever. That's what I ended up doing. So got this left over. We got 300 bucks in the pair of this, 200, 100, 200 in the chassis. So dirt cheap, basically. So I got the chassis, and I thought, well, I'll just slip this on, you know, stacked it on there with the skid loader. I'm getting the look, and I'm just like losing sleep over this thing. It's just how my brain works. I gotta work on it. My wife's just tired of hearing about it the last couple days. So finally, grabbed a set of tires. These are leftover tires from last hot rod. We got these at You Pull It. What are these? 195, 65, 15s. They had some tuner like mag wheels on the tires. I ended up selling those wheels just recently for what I paid for all of it to put together, the wheels and tires. So basically tires free for this one and for the other one. That's awesome. So like I say, sold the wheels. And then these tires picked up at the last swap meet. What do we got? We got 275. 60s on the rear, nice and fat on that same style wheel, front and rear, but it really makes some rear ones look nice and fat. So I like that look. 100 bucks on those, or BFGs. So already super cheap into this project, which I enjoy. That makes it much more fun. Don't have a steering box. They robbed that off of it though. I had an Econo steering box, steering wheel laying out back in my junk pile. Plan on channeling this pretty heavily, so I don't care about the floor. Kind of get that fixed. Basically same back here, don't care about the floor. So yeah, today's goal is kind of get this mocked up. Just messing around today. The AC's on if you can't hear that. And I helped Kayla this morning with a bunch of stuff, so really it's a screw off day. And I've just been thinking about this project so much. Weather's kind of turning off crappy for the next couple days. Like I say, should be working on the Falcon, but we just got it painted. It's kind of drying out anyways. So got a couple days I can mess around here. Got this barn tracking, whole bunch of it. Basically got it for free, so gonna use it. Cross braces for the cab and box is what I'm gonna use that for. I bought a bunch of stuff at the big box old Menards from one of my construction projects, and this was kind of in a deal that they just kind of threw in, and I didn't even know it was in the box, and there's like 30 of these things. I didn't even know what they were at first until I kind of popped them over and realized that's what they are. But whatever, we're gonna repurpose them. Too much rambling. New project, I'm excited. Like 41 to 47 jail bar forward, can't remember if I said that, but yeah, that's our cab, 56 Chevy chassis. Super cheap into it. Just messing around with it. We're probably gonna turn and burn it because I've already got one I'm building, but still wanna make this one cool. Still wanna get the look on it. We're probably gonna do, I've got a nice fresh 350, probably do that. Probably just buy a new turbo 350, that way it's all nice and fresh for somebody. It's already complete, so we'll just rebuild the brakes and stuff, but everything's there, so should be pretty straightforward. Should be kind of fun. I love the patina on it, so hopefully the next guy does too. Should be fun. So yeah, let's knock her out, have some fun. All right, day 2, into day 2. We're done for the day, right, Mavi? Yeah, we just want to show you guys. So, yeah, sorry we didn't get you guys involved a whole lot in this, but looks pretty darn good. I'm liking it. Got a good set, looks good. Box is kind of centered up there, looks nice. We did end up using these cross braces. Nothing fancy, just knocked out what was here. Boom, just cut them to fit. Kind of straightened up the box, you know, leveled it all up all the way around, centered it. And pretty simple, just welded them across. There's already holes in the frame, a bunch of holes actually. So I just dropped some bolts, welded it to it. Like, you know, it's nutted on the bottom, so guy just has to undo 4 nuts, box lift straight off. Pretty easy, simple setup. And then I'm out here messing around, you know, want to do something for a box floor. I got this pile of wood out here, this stack of 4 boards. That's where I got this one. Didn't cut them or nothing, it's just where they come from. I thought, man, that looks about the right length. Look at that. I mean, got a little bit of a gap. There you go, push that up. I mean, just a little bit. Does this guy even worry about that time you put a tailgate on? I don't know. I tell you what I do know, I got 4 more of them out there, so that should be plenty for the width. That's what we're using. Just get some more self-toppers. Yep, done. So that's the plan back there. Box, pretty much finished. I mean, finished capping that, throw some taillights on it. Like, it's bolted on, it's done. So cab, this side of the cab, pretty easy. Door opens and shuts good like it did. Ended up cutting all that out all the way, all the floor, just get rid of it, start over. 3 new cross braces in there. That's all done, finished welded, happy with it. Same situation in here, kind of kept the same theme, just bolted it, welded them in, 4 nuts, cab comes off, pretty simple. Didn't want to make it too difficult. Did channel it quite heavy. It looks heavier than it is. I just kind of went off of, I'm within an inch of the original seat riser that was in there. So I plan on putting the seat directly on the floor. So, you know, whatever. Had to channel it or mess with the suspension, and channeling it was way easier. Don't plan on chopping it, so what are we hurting? Looks good. I like the side profile. Door opens and shuts, amazing. This side was the clobbered up side. You could barely get it to shut, open. Door gaps, not perfect, about the same as the other side. I mean, honestly, it's about the same as all of them that I got. So a guy could fix that pretty easily if you wanted to. But did you just see how easy that opened? Look at this. I mean, I'm happy with that. I could just barely, and it's shut. So opens and shuts beautiful on this side. Super happy with that. I've messed around most of the time, honestly, with stuff like that. So the structure went pretty quick and easy. Just kind of got out the plows and hacked them up and started filling her in with the welds. Some of my gaps were a little wide, but that's okay. We're going to cover it with sheet metal. But probably going to be a minute before I get back to this old girl. I just kind of basically was messing around and having fun. Probably let it sit out here for a little bit. Get back to working on the Falcon and the other hot rod, because that one kind of needs done worse. This one was just for fun. So I did find a hood though off a Chevy. What is that body style, like 48, 47 to 53, somewhere in there. Throw a comment, let me know. But anyways, yeah, about the same color. I think that'll work. Not quite the same color, but about. A little bit wider. It's already got this strip here. They're just kind of seamed together from the bottom side. Kind of neat. So I think I should be able to just cut that back out, save that piece of trim, narrow it, and then put that strip back in there, and hopefully you won't really notice what I've been doing, and hopefully make that hood fit on that. So should be kind of cool. We'll see. But until next time, for you it'll be just a second. For me, who knows. We'll be back.
Many months later.
And we're back, like 10 months later. But you know, hey, that's how life works. And Marketplace, you know, Marketplace struck again. We got us a $500 motor training, small block Chevy Turbo 350. Supposedly good, you know, one of those deals. Got it from an older fella though, with a garage full of cool stuff, so I imagine that it is good. You know, and if you really get to looking at it, you know, she's been rebuilt, you know. I mean, she's got the rebuild fluid all over her, so you know, it's probably good. You know, we're gonna find out together, is what I'm saying. Yeah, excited to be back on this thing. We have been, you know, we got the Falcon done, we got the Rat Rod done. Go check out those videos. We've also been working on our toolbox, got that done. We got the Nissan, we've got the 56. The Nissan's ready for paint. We should be working on it, but I'm really burnt out on painting right now. And the 56 is kind of down to detail stuff. And to be honest, you guys, I've been watching you guys on YouTube, and you guys have been watching the rat stock stuff. So I'm thinking you guys like that kind of content. So we're jumping into this, you know, to try to get more of you guys on board. So hit that subscribe button. Let me know that this is what you like, and this is what we'll do. So that's what we're working on right now anyways. We're gonna get this motor and tranny stuffed in here. I've got a drive shaft, a couple used ones, so that may determine where we put the motor and tranny. You know, if I gotta move it ahead or back an inch to make a drive shaft work and everything else works, we're gonna do that. But yeah, like I say, it's kind of a whatever. We're just jumping on this. I don't know how long we're gonna work on it. I really don't think it needs more than a couple weeks worth of work, and we could probably have her like a runner driver, but I don't know. You guys know how my timelines go, so we'll see how this works out. I'm gonna set you guys up, and we're gonna work on this because this is gonna be fun. Let's do it. Yeah, engine trans, I'd say in, done for now. They're tack welded in, pretty good tacks. So happy with that. Slip the header on, it's gonna fit, happy with that. You know, everything's looking pretty good so far. So I think the next step is probably maybe clearance this firewall a little bit more. So we're gonna need room for an HEI in here, so we're gonna need a little bit more room, and then we need to get that over there. But overall, maybe we'll start patching in some of these holes. Transmission mount turned out really good using the bender. That turned out slick, super happy with that. So yeah, I'll probably work on that little bit of the floor there because the rest of it's flat. And then waiting on a shifter. We've got some brakes we'll probably get figured out, and steering. and we're steaming along. So let's keep going. On the back. So, front's pretty well dialed in, I guess, for now. We got the firewall toe board kind of, you know, pretty much done. So we're waiting on the shifter up there before we kind of finish that on out. I got other stuff I could do, but this just seemed like a fun, easy project. So I went ahead and ripped the nails out of here. Got the old self-tappers, you know, we're just gonna, easy, should be fun, easy. Let's get her knocked out. And we're back. Yeah, what do you think? Box floor's done, I'd say. It's screwed, it's fit. We capped her with some scrap steel here on the end. I don't know, looks pretty darn good. What do we, drop in a comment. What do we do? Do we stain it? Do we finish it out? Do we do anything with it? Do we leave it alone? I don't know. For right now, we're gonna leave it alone. We moved on, got the tail lights finished up. Picked these up off Amazon, like 10 bucks. A couple hole punches, flat strap, done, finished, looks good. License plate mount, that was on the bumper, so we just kind of tucked her up underneath there. Looks good. And the bumper situation, holy smokes. It was originally a front bumper to one of these trucks. I've messed around with a lot of bumpers, straighten them, blah, blah, blah. This thing whooped my tail. I mean, it must be like some spring steel. I had a few ideas, messed around, trying to de-arch it basically. I thought the skid loader would kind of be the last resort. I was afraid it would just ruin it. he really didn't even do anything. Finally, we had to do the jack deal and like completely de-arch it. It was like sketch, city, and then I ended up with the strap. You know, you've seen it. It was enough. You know, it was wild. Anyways, picked up this gas tank off Amazon a while ago and this toolbox. We're gonna stick those in the back, and let's see how that fits real quick. Yeah, so that's kind of why I like her, because you know, from the side you really don't hardly see it. It's almost flush. Sticks up just barely, but it's kind of been sitting outside for a while, kind of fading out, kind of, you know, matching the rest of it, I guess, whatever. So we got lots of room in there. The plan is we just, you know, stick that bad boy in there. Look at that, we got all kinds of room, and then we got a little room over there for battery, maybe even a tool bag if we need. So I think that's the plan. And we're back. Timer died on us. What do you think though? That turned out pretty good. Nice and solid. Really solid there. I think that's going to work out just fine. We got plenty of room over there for the battery. I don't have a tray or nothing yet for that. So we're going to pause on that for the moment. We don't need it yet. Anyhow, while you guys were charging up, I decided I'd just kind of fool around with the tailgate. So nothing too major, just got some flat strap, punched a hole in it. Man, I love that hole punch. And took a piece of this solid stock here, cut her off, and yeah, that made her a little hinge on this side. And this side, same flat strap. As you can see, it was a piece of scrap. I got to trim her off. Another hole punch. And here, I'll set you up real quick. Just got a bolt, and look at that, just slip her right off. Welded a nut on the inside, and on this side, like I say, it's just that. So simple deal, slips on, slip your bolt in, and we're back in business. Woo! So slip that in. Good to go. So I think from here, next plan is I got a little bit of square stock. We'll run that up the sides, and I've got these bad boys here. I think this is what I used on my last tailgate. Works out really good for your you know, your chain to go through. And I got another piece of scrap tubing because I'm all about that. And that's probably going to be our tailgate top. So I don't have any flat steel yet. I'm not for sure if I got any in the other shop. But yeah, we're going to get the skeleton done for now. So let's do it. Tailgate turned out pretty good. I mean, it'll hold me, and it's not sheeted yet, so I think it's doing pretty good. It's doing its job. Everything's welded up and done. I need to get a piece of steel. Like I say, probably got some next door, but it's cold and I just don't want to today. So yeah, reshape those taillight mounts. The back half here is looking really good. Chains are done. So all we need to do is just slap in a piece of metal and that's finished. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I think that's pretty much it for back here. I think we really need to kind of move on to steering, brakes. Really need to get the hood done because that's holding us up from the radiator, headlights, kind of basically the whole front end. So let's move to the front. So up here, I think the first thing we're going to work on is probably steering, just because that's hot on my mind. We were thinking originally the Econo box and column, just really mainly because I like the wheel, you know, and it had the box like it would work. But I didn't realize an arm was something like 175 bucks. I knew you could buy them new, but I didn't realize they were that expensive. So that kind of, you know, I don't want to spend that kind of money. And then that box there, just, I don't know. Then I thought maybe 55 Chevy truck chassis. I thought, well, maybe I could pony up a little bit and buy just a new box for that because it'd make the time so much faster because I already got an arm, steering, and just kind of be stock. Yeah, it's like 1,200 bucks through O'Reilly's, plus a core. Don't have a core. I can get some, I don't know, other stuff online for like 600 bucks. I still don't want to spend that kind of money. So I was talking to another buddy. Thank you, Russ, if you're watching. And I told him, you know, and he thought, well, maybe I got something laying around. He had this one laying out there. He gave it to me, so really can't complain about that. It's got an arm on it. I was thinking maybe we use the original wheel, but really the column's too long. So we're just gonna go ahead and start whacking that baby up, get that baby modified in there. Like I say, luckily it's got the arm. So shouldn't be too much modification, and we'll have some steering. So let's do that. Well, I think it's gonna work. But we got a couple issues. It needs to go back, which the biggest issue is the box keeps running into the engine, and it's got this ear and the oil filter casting and stuff. Basically the engine's in the way. It's not going to be in the way once the box is mounted. We're going to have plenty of room, but it's in the way because, you know, you got a couple inches of shaft sticking out to try to move in and out. Engine needs to come out, is what I'm saying. So I just thought, let's just go get the hood off the other truck. Let's work on the hood. Because then if we get the hood done, we get the radiator done, we can get lights done, grill, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then once we pull the engine, we're only doing it once, putting it back in once. Hopefully we're, you know, I don't know, trying to work smarter. So got that. We're going to work on this. Luckily, this hood is quite a bit longer than that other hood. So, you know, hopefully we'll have quite a bit more room. We're going to go ahead and knock all this inner structure out. Get the center outside trim that covers this seam. Get that off, try to save that. And then basically we're just going to have to kind of cut the whole thing down and bring the center back. And hopefully the other hood will kind of give us a good template. Hopefully it stays long enough. So I don't know, let's get into it. Yeah, what do you think? Front end is shaping up nicely. We got 47 to what, 53 Chevy hood on there, fitting up real nicely. I'm really happy with it after we trimmed the sides off of it. The grill is, you know, jail bar, basically the original grill out of one of these trucks. And then we just kind of shortened her up. Little gas pipe, that exhaust bender made that sure, just easy. Bent those up, you know, nothing fancy down here, just a washer, bolt, welded to it, little piece of angle iron, couple bolts, utilized holes that were already in the frame. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Looks pretty darn good. It's different, that's for sure. And I think once we get the rest of the front end, you know, together, it's really gonna look good, because we're gonna put the original badge back on here, kind of, you know, modify it a little bit. We're gonna put the strip back down the center. The radiator, you know, sits a little off to one side, and it's really it's out of a 64 Pontiac, so it's not, you know, original or whatever. But that's how the pocket is in the frame, and it fits that pocket really nicely. Is what it is. It doesn't bother me that much. Maybe you guys didn't even notice it if I didn't tell you. But the hose outlets are where they need to be. It's got a tranny cooler. When I got this car, I boned out. The feller told me that the radiator was good. He had it record. So whatever. I think it's probably a good one. The mounts are a little, you know. I'm gonna trim them off, make them look better. Time they're painted black, I think they'll kind of go away. But that was all scrap stuff I had laying around. This is all, you know, I'm trying not to overcomplicate this. I'm trying to get it done quick, and those worked out so nicely. And I think it'll look better, you know, once we get a headlight there. I think that'll make it look so much better. These bad boys were just kind of, you know, in the other room. They fit the build, I think. They're, you know, the right color, all that good stuff, you know, patinaed or whatever. We've got some exhaust that fits those perfectly, so we can make them as tall or as short as we want. That's what I'm saying. And I think once that's in there, I think that'll look just fine. You know, you got to remember those will be painted black, so I think it'll all kind of disappear. From the front, it'll look good. I got these little bumper guards. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe we do something like that. I don't know. We'll see how the front end comes together. I'm gonna throw you back on a little time lapse, and let's keep boogieing. Yeah, what do you think? I'm really digging the front end on this thing. That hood, you know, for being a Chevy hood, 10 years difference, you know, it really come together nice. I really like the strip back down through the center. Kind of covers up everything we did. And then the Chevy, you know, stainless steel back on there. It just, I don't know, seals the deal for me. Really like the grill. I think that turned out pretty cool. You know, I mean, it still needs to be finish welded and all that good stuff, but I like the look of it. It's kind of, you know, kind of stock, kind of, you know, it looks like a hot rod to me. I really dig it. Let me know what you guys think. I like the headlights. Everything's looking really good. We haven't hardly spent, actually, we didn't spend any money on this episode. None, other than buying the engine and transmission. But otherwise, you know, all the mounts, brackets, the hood, all this stuff, you know, we had laying around, the grill. You know, the radiator mount's kind of sticking out at me right now. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but I think with a grinder, we can clean it up a little bit, a little black spray paint. And again, that was just junk we had laying in there. It was free. I like this project. It's been fun. You guys are gonna have to come back on the next one. We've got a little bit of steering, brakes, you know, a little sheet metal on the tailgate, and it's pretty much done. The box is done. We got to mount the battery, a seat, but really, you know, a little bit of wiring, and there's not going to be much. This thing's pretty much finished up. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this gets you guys charged up and excited. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, you know, we get some traction off of this one. It's kind of why I've been jumping around a lot, see what you guys are liking, what you're not. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. It's been a fun project, but yeah, like I say, there's not a whole lot left that needs to be finished, and it's been cheap and fun. So yeah, again, thanks for watching thus far. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you guys on the next one. See you guys. Thanks.